I don't go in much for silly poems, but there is an author of my childhood whom I dearly love, Ogden Nash, and a particular volume, Parents Keep Out, that contains a poem that I have never failed to find joy in, and to which I return every Christmas. And so I offer you from Ogden Nash, The Boy Who Laughed at Santa Claus. In Baltimore, there was a boy who wasn't anybody's joy. Although his name was Jabez Dawes, his character was full of flaws. In school, he never led his classes. He hid old ladies' reading glasses. His mouth was open when he chewed, and his elbows to the table glued. He stole the milk from hungry kittens and walked through doors marked no admittance. He said he acted thus because there wasn't any Santa Claus. Another trick that tickled Jabez was crying boo at little children. He brushed his teeth, they said in town, sideways instead of up and down. Yet people pardoned every sin and viewed his antics with a grin, till they were told by Jabez Dawes there wasn't any Santa Claus. Deploring how he did behave, his parents swiftly sought their grave. They hurried through the portals pearly, and Jabez left the funeral early. Like whooping cough from child to child, he spread the rumor wild. Sure as my name is Jabez Dawes, there isn't any Santa Claus. Slunk like a weasel or a martin through the nursery and kindergarten, whispering low to every tot, there isn't any. No, there's not. The children all wept on Christmas Eve, and Jabez chortled up his sleeve. No infant dared hang up his stocking for fear of Jabez, ribald mocking. He sprawled on his untidy bed, fresh malice dancing in his head, when presently, with scalp a-tingling, Jabez heard a distant jingling. He heard the crunch of sleigh and hoof, crisply alighting on his roof. What good to rise and bar the door? A shower of soot was on the floor. What was beheld by Jabez Dawes? The fireplace full of Santa Claus. Then Jabez fell upon his knees with cries of don't and pretty please. He howled, I do not know where you read it, but anyhow, I never said it. Jabez, replied the angry saint, it isn't I, it's you that ain't. Said Jabez with an impudent vim, oh yes there is, and I am him. Your magic doesn't scare me, it doesn't. And suddenly he found he wasn't. From grimy feet to grimy locks, Jabez became a jack-in-the-box, an ugly toy with springs unsprung, forever sticking out his tongue. The neighbors heard his mournful squeal. They searched for him, but not with zeal. No trace was found of Jabez Dawes, which led to thunderous applause. The people drank a loving cup and went and hung their stockings up. All ye who sneer at Santa Claus, beware the fate of Jabez Dawes, the saucy boy who mocked the saint. Donner and Blitzen licked off his paint.